Okay, that's not bad. 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. Looks like my mic is getting picked up. I wonder how this sounds. Test, test, test. I think I could improve that a little bit. Let's see. I see one person is here. Whoever you are, the one person, hello. I am totally just testing right now. Let's see. Properties. Test 1, 2. Okay, I got a call. If those of you that are here and willing, how does my mic sound? Does it sound a little low? Does it sound good? Does it sound too high? How would you say my mic sounds? Test 1, 2. How do you think my mic sounds? If you're willing to chime in, does it need to be turned up or does it sound okay? Whoops. There we go. Okay, we got more people here. So maybe one of the 12 now. How does my mic sound? Sound good? Sound bad? Can you even hear me? Maybe that is... Oh, maybe I'll just type. Can you hear me? If so, how do I sound? So can you hear me? And if you can hear me, how do I sound? Okay. Well, maybe there's not people here. Oops. Can anybody hear me? And if I sound, how do I sound if you can hear me? Test 1, 2, test. Hey, Nick. Nick's back again. I appreciate that. You can hear me? How do I sound? I appreciate you, Nick. I appreciate you. Where did my there we go. Do I sound all right? It seems like it might be a little on the low side. I can't. Audio quality is good. Okay, very good. Jalil, I remember your name from earlier. How does the mic, do I sound okay to you, audio-wise? Or do I need to get even closer? There we go, open sound settings. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Recording. Oh yeah, I think I can move this up some. Okay. Test 1, 2. All right, now, yeah, I'm thinking this should be even better. Would you agree? Is this even better or is this now too loud? What are you setting up the live stream for? Because I'm thinking about going live. Yes, better. Okay, perfect. How are you trading now? Isn't all prop firms closed? Message retracted. I don't know if you deleted that. No, but no, prop firms are not closed. I mean, there have been some prop firms that have closed, but no, prop firms are still open. In fact, if you go to the one that you see up there, that is one that I use and recommend. All right, I think we might be in business then. And then I just want to test I guess I can test it on myself. So, or let's see, I'm going to draw the circle and then let's see how long it takes to show up on the live stream. 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay, about a 3-second delay there. All right, that's not terrible. Not terrible at all. Yeah, so what I am thinking of doing is in the mornings showing up and just doing some analysis, take requests from people if they have a chart they want me to look at, and do some analysis. I'm not looking to create a job for myself, so I'm not like going to show up and stream 3 hours every morning, because in order to do that, I mean that's a job at that point. To have to show up, I'm not going to do anything where I have to show up. So, but yeah, I'm thinking of, I did it earlier actually. I was putzing around, and then before I knew it, there was like 20, 30, 40, then 50 people. So I did kind of a test run, but there were some things that I wanted to figure out, which is, sorry, that would be, because it's a little awkward for me to have to turn my head. So it might be better, could I do this? Or can I detach the live chat to make that easier to see? Detach. Can I do that? Live chat. Let's see. I think that would be better. Am I just gonna have to move it over here? Kind of, yeah, that could work still. Yeah, all right. Maybe I just have to do something like that. Definitely still a work in progress. Yeah, we can do more of a test run. Does anybody have a request of a chart they'd like me to do a quick little analysis on? Could be futures, could be a stock. Poet? Is that a... Oh, I guess so. Yep, Poet. No, it is. It is. Do you have a certain time frame? So a stock or futures and a time frame would be ideal because time frames make a big difference. All right, well, I'm just going to go with the 30-minute then. So Poet here, the thing that I see right away, and I don't think I'm the only person that's seen this, is we have a trend line like that. So when you have relatively obvious trend lines like that, you can get those self-fulfilling prophecy breaks. So if the price were to come up here and then break up through that level, no guarantees, but reasonable to think that a break of that line could really create a nice upside point. Oh, and then this area here, another, I would say, pretty well-defined potential self-fulfilling prophecy area. Down here at that line right there. Again, no guarantees, but you got to think a lot of people have connected that dot and that dot. So if the price were to come down there, I could definitely see it bouncing off of there. In the very near term, though, I'd call that a near-term area of support. So there's Poet. CYN. Actually, I already did CYN, I think. Did I do it on my top 10 video? Let me look. Yes. Tim, if you just go to my normal YouTube video, I do a top 10 at the end of every day. CYN was actually on that list already. So I'm not going to rehash that. But yeah, if you go watch that top 10 video, CYN was on the list. It was number 1, 2, 3. It was the 4th one that I covered. NFLX. Oh, wow. Netflix doing very well. In fact, I think did it even break out of this key area right here? It did. So we have a nice breakout right there. Did they just have earnings or something? Because, I mean, look at that volume bar, too. Last 30 minutes went boom. So nice breakout there. That still doesn't guarantee anything, but at this point, I think it's a more than reasonable thought that the price could very well be on its, headed up here to retest these highs, if not even break through it. Again, no guarantees, but with such a high volume break of that key trend line, I don't think that is out of the realm of reason at all. RTY on the 5-minute. Did I see that right? RTY? R. Okay, I don't have, what's RTY? I'm not having that. You can see here I have RTYD. So yeah, I'm not sure what RTY is. It's not, I have access to quite a few here, but I don't know. Jimmy, just discovered you. As in, just discovered me because of this live stream here, Jimmy? Is that what you mean by that? Or you just discovered me like within the past couple of weeks? Or past couple of days? I'm curious. Is the live stream really all of a sudden bringing in new people like that? CYN. I will do, like I said, Tim, I already did CYN on my, ooh, that's a cool picture. I'm guessing you are into deer hunting. So am I. I live in Iowa, in fact, Tim. Okay, so yeah, this is like my, I'm totally experimenting still right now. Jim, I thought you meant like you literally just discovered, like you never heard of the channel before and you just found me because of the live. But it sounds like you just meant this is your first live. I was going to say, that's pretty impressive for if people are just discovering me. Paulo, is that a legit one, or are you just like trolling around? But let's see. TEM on the 30-minute. Oh, okay. TEM, again, I think I would call this a self-fulfilling prophecy type of area. You got to think a lot of people have drawn that trend line right there. So if this thing can come up here and you get a breakthrough there, got to think there's that could be something that creates more buying pressure just because people are buying because, well, it's a breakout. They're a breakout trader. They're supposed to buy on breakouts. Therefore, they just buy. And then support-wise, this, wow. This one's actually pretty crazy. Let me make sure that you can see it. There we go. Check out how this one absolutely loves 30-minute time frame, loves to respect the purple line, the 50-period moving average. Look at that. So if this comes down, does that mean it's guaranteed to bounce off that purple line again? No, there are no guarantees. But could somebody call you crazy for thinking it could bounce off that purple line? No, absolutely not. I mean, it's got quite the track record there of doing that. Oh, nice, Tim. I actually just moved from Michigan to Iowa. Let's see. TEM, RTY. Paulo is, I think, our first troll. That's okay. IWM. Now, I know I've heard of IWM before. So IWM, pretty brutal no matter how you draw this trend line here. I mean, to draw that trend line, that's a pretty brutal trend line in and of itself, but let's see here. Do we have a, whoops. Where'd my line go? Anyways, so that would be the line that I think matters most. So if in any way you're bullish, I would be skeptical of any move. So right now, you know, I'll give credit where credit's due. From where the lows were here to where it's here, yeah, that's a nice bounce. But I'm still not a believer in it because it's still down below the trend line. As you're seeing, bounces have continually failed as long as it's been down below the trend line. So that's not to say that this one's going to fail. I'm just explaining why personally I'm not a huge believer in this current bounce until it can prove itself, quote unquote, prove itself, being defined as getting above and staying above that red line there. Although that's going to be a challenge because even if it gets above that red line, notice what's looming right overhead. You have the purple line there, that 50-period moving average, which could also present some issues. So yeah, that's going to be a tough reversal. It can't, of course, it can happen, but I'm saying that the price is really going to need to bring its A game. If it does roll back over, then think I need to make this area up here. I don't think anybody needs to see my ugly mug this big, so maybe I can make that smaller. But anyways, there's a trend line here. For those of you that are just logging on and joining, this is a test run here. So that's why I'm commenting on things like that, just trying to figure things out. Apparently, we have a lot of stock people here, not anybody in the future. So that trend line right there, I could see being an area really that people are looking at for a bounce, or shorts are looking at, rightfully so, if it breaks down through there, creating that much more downside pressure. Marcos, first time seeing you on my recommended. So Marcos, does that mean you have never heard of Clay Trader before the channel? Or are you just saying you've heard of me, you've just first time being aware of the live? Because that's interesting to hear that. Thanks for doing this live. You're welcome, Tim. Can you check out EOSE? Nick, I don't want to get too salesy on you, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to say that I do offer all-inclusive training. We're all that sort of stuff, but that's not really the point of this. The point of this is to just go over some analysis for people. So, like I said, I'm not trying to go into sales mode or anything like that, but that's well, I can answer that from well, I mean, I hope you can respect it, given that you kind of prompted it. But yeah. The most important indicator is price action, and I think the most inclusive way to look at price action is through candlesticks. So candlesticks is a good place to start. Website, just claytrader.com. But I appreciate you. I know sometimes people, as soon as you bring up anything that is got a price attached to it, oh, you're a scammer, you're a scumbag, it's like, okay, well, I mean, I always enjoy people, and this is not you, Nick. But people, they'll ask, and they'll ask for your opinion, that they care what you say. They're like, hey, can you tell me what I should be doing here, or what you think I should be doing? But then if like anything comes up about a price, it's like, oh, you're a scammer. It's like, okay, so 1 second ago you cared what I thought, but all of a sudden a price was involved with something, and now I'm a scammer. It's like, do you not realize that kind of makes you look pretty foolish in your judgment? That literally 1 second ago you cared what I think, but now all of a sudden I'm a scammer. So what you've just conceded is you were about to listen to a scammer. It's like, okay, some of that. So thank you for not being one of those people, Nick. Much appreciated. EOSE. Is it me, or are we just looking at a ton of downtrends? Seems like all these requests are people. I hope people aren't like stuck in these as bag holders and they're like, what's going on? Because yeah, these things are all looking very rough. Same general idea. Lower highs. I am not convinced about any bounce in this one as long as it's down below that purple line. So, I mean, you can make money on bounces, but bounce, failed, bounce, failed. Bounce right now, does that mean it's for sure going to fail? No. But do I have a whole lot of trust in it? I do not, and I don't think anybody would be shocked if this thing did roll back over. Jimmy, born in Michigan, live in Florida. Cool. Jimmy, I wish I'd have seen that earlier from Marcos. No, I mean, Jigors, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I mean, this is a good start. Don't get me wrong. This is much better than putting in lower lows. I'm just saying that the track record right now, I think we can both agree, is a lot of failed upwards bounces. But I mean, if it can get up above the purple line, then that's where the story starts to shift. Palmera is swinging short, so looks good for them. Yeah, if you're short, I hear ya. Jalil, man, your TVIC analysis just did a profit in 2 hours. Do you want to give Jalil, I mean, you can join here. Jalil, why don't you join the community? That'd be a place where there's always alerts like that all the time. So consider joining. I appreciate that, Nick. Yeah, if you're a business owner, then you totally get it. So cheers to you. Business owners, nothing but respect. So I appreciate that. I made a mistake of trading gold during news and got burned. Yeah, news is on anything, especially in the futures. So sorry to hear that, but yeah, that can and will happen. Granted, sometimes you'll get rich in a hurry, but that definitely cuts both ways. Nike has a golden cross grabbed calls this morning. On what time frame? Now, why did Jalil, did you delete your message, or somebody or something deleting messages? Because I definitely didn't delete anything, yet your message says retracted. So did you do that? Nick, signing up, take my money. We're going to get along real well. I appreciate that. You're signing up for... What are you signing up for? So I don't... You're moving to Iowa. Very cool. Where in Iowa are you moving to? Nike has a golden cross. New fund. What time frame are you talking about? Not that I don't believe you, but a golden cross can, that would depend on the... I guess we can check out on... Is it on the 30-minute where it's occurring? No, not on the 30-minute. 30-minute had a reverse golden cross, right? 50 down through it. Yeah, we got a basement. I'm sure my wife would be... I mean, if you're good with 6 kids running around, Nick, if you're willing to do some dishes and laundry, go for it. Does anybody else have any other requests? Cool. We're up to 33 people now. Total test right now. Again, if you want to give me a ticker, or if you trade futures, which I think everybody should at least try, especially if when I say pattern day trading rule, your skin begins to crawl. I'm wrong. Sorry. I mean, I don't know. Maybe is it occurring on the daily time frame? Yep. No golden cross there. Can you speak more about your work with day traders? Kind of, Tim, but honestly, can I reply directly to you? Let's see. Or can I tag you, I wonder? Let's see. There we go. So Tim, just going here is going to answer the question that you just asked, because there's actually quite a bit that's offered, but that will give you the Nick right above your message. Oh, yeah, Nick. And I appreciate your skepticism. In fact, please be skeptical. If you're not skeptical, that's a really bad place to be. Please be skeptical, and that's also why I offer a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, Nick, did you delete that message? Because messages keep getting retracted. And I didn't delete them. I said your dividend analysis just hit a gain in 2 hours and I got in profit. So do you want to do an analysis on it? Oh. TIVC. Oh my goodness. Boom. Yeah, when I talked about this last, I had mapped out that right there. Yeah, ba-boom. Well. Yeah, so so this was on my top 10 list. And at the moment when I was doing it, I mapped out that as a key resistance and said, if the price can break up through there, that could get things going. And yeah, that definitely happened. And the nice thing here is if you don't believe me, if you think I'm just saying that with hindsight, all you got to do is go back and watch that top 10 video on the channel and you'll see what I had to say. So holy smokes, yeah, that one went nice. So yeah, the update right now would just be, or did it even break up through there? Nope, right at that level. So that'll be the question mark in everybody's mind. Can the price break up through the 70-cent mark? Any sort of pullback, just basic technical analysis, when levels of resistance are broken, you would expect them to act as support, not guaranteed. But given this was the former area of resistance, if the price were to pull back here, you could maybe get something like that. Again, no guarantees. That's why risk management matters, but that would certainly be the new area of support. Okay, Nick, thank you. So when I'm seeing messages retracted, that means the person is deleting them themselves. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you clearing that up. Paul, I don't know. I'm struggling if I should answer that, because aren't you the troll earlier that just gave a ridiculous ticker symbol? Or do I have you confused with somebody else? What do you typically with your day after you get done trading? Well, I got a lot of other streams of income. I run claytrader.com as a business. I have real estate investments. So yeah, I'm doing stuff on the back end with claytrader.com, preparing videos, stuff like that. But then I also, I have 6 kids, and we homeschool. So I try to, get involved with stuff like that. But no, do I have like a set routine? Not necessarily. But no, all right, Paulo, that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes people just show up and then you just don't quite know, but I got you. But no, I don't really have a set routine. I'll work out. I don't know what you're necessarily asking, but I like to try to stay in good shape. So that's part of my routine. But I can't say like I have I'm not like one of those social media things where your picture that's like 5 a.m. ice cold shower, 5:15 meditation, 5:30 read a self-help book, 5:45 eat 2 scrambled eggs and a piece of wheat toast. I don't have a routine like that. Yeah, 6 kids, never a dull moment. It's a great time. Okay, I'm sorry. GRRR. Let's take a look at that. Oh, no, hey, we got an uptrend. I was starting to lose hope. Seems like all we were talking about was downtrends, but here we have a nice uptrend here that closed the day beautifully. Last 30 minutes, nice surge in volume. Got the breakout right there. Very, very nice. Now, the one problem, let's go to the 4 hour. Oh, okay. I was going to say the one problem is where is the next area of resistance, but going to the 4 hour time frame. So if you're a newer beginner, 4 hour just means that each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours. But we do have that. Next key battleground that everybody and their brother's uncle is going to be watching right up there around 25.80. But then after 25.80, that's basically a blue sky breakout at that point. But yeah, very, very nice move on that one. We'll go back to the 30-minute. In terms of pullbacks, you got to like the 30-minute. Got to be careful, though, because just because the 30 minutes violated doesn't mean it's game over, because right there, violated, went right back up. Right there, violated, went right back up. So shorts, I would say be very careful. If you're thinking of shorting a break of that 50-period moving average, the past couple instances are telling you would have been roasted. But overall, yeah, great looking chart. But for people that look at like play pullbacks, that 50-period moving average seems to be a nice area that's being respected right now. But yeah, good looking chart, and I mean you can't really ask for a better final 30 minutes. Breaking up through that trend line right there, breaking up through the highs right there, and all this is occurring on good solid volume. Do you use SMC in your trading? I don't know what SMC is. I know what an SMA is, a simple moving average. Yes, I use that. I don't know what SMC is. I was referred to you by manager of private fund in Toronto. He said you were honest and a good teacher. Cool. Well, I appreciate his nice words. I've been watching you since 2020 when you were doing chalkboard. Did I have the chalkboard in 2020? Probably. Crazy thing is, I started the channel in 2013. So when you say since 2020, it's like, yeah, you're still kind of a lightweight. If you were like, I've been watching you since 2014, 2013, I'd be like, man, you are old like me. But 2020, hey, I guess time flies. That's going on half a decade. Can you explain position size so I don't trade with too many contracts with my I don't know what you mean by position size. Position size just means how many contracts do you have? Or in the world of stocks, how many shares do you have? Reddit. Yeah, we can take a look at what's the ticker for Reddit? RDDT, is that right? There we go. I mean, that's a good question, Legend of Alexander, but I'm not quite sure I necessarily understand the question in terms of, can you explain position sizes? I mean, position sizes is just how many. And if you're, I don't know how new you are, but with futures, I would definitely start on the micros. Do you offer coaching or answer questions for... Yeah, Nick, absolutely. I would say that's something that separates me from a lot of others is... I'm definitely a smaller scale operation. So, I mean, I've been around for a long time. I have lots of students, but, and odds are you're not going to need to ask questions because I already know what the questions are. So I've already implemented them into the program. So usually if you watch like one more video, your question will be answered. But assuming your question is not answered, then yeah, you can reach out to me directly. Now I don't give you my cell phone, but if you reach out through the chat room or through email, I will get back to you, and it will be me. Whereas other people that have like massive operations, thousands of students, I mean, it's not going to actually be that person that's working with you because, again, they just don't have, there's not enough hours in the day. And good for those people. Like, I'm not ragging on them. They've built massive operations. Good job to them. But given that I'm a smaller scale operation, yes, to answer your question, if you reach out to me, it will be me interacting with you. Smart money concept. I don't know what a smart money is. That like an indicator? I will just say this: be very careful of like indicators that you can buy and this and that. I mean, now to be fair, the MACD is an indicator. A moving average is an indicator. A candlestick is an indicator. An indicator of what? Well, it's an indicator of 4 points of price action. But people that are selling indicators and the newest, the latest, and greatest. I'm not saying that indicators don't work, but please don't go start spending a bunch of money on indicators thinking it's going to make you money because that's indicators don't make you money. Risk management makes you money. Anybody can make money. The hard part of trading is can you hold on to the money that you've made? And that's why risk management is important. Started watching in 2020 myself. Nice. Yeah, 2020... That was COVID, right? That's when a lot of people started watching with the influx of people. Just been watching a few years now, lurking. Well, I appreciate you watching. Always solid advice. Very good. Thank you. Again, throw a ticker symbol at me. And I will do the analysis. If not, I mean, you can ask just general questions. I can only go so far. Like I said, I do offer a premium training program. So... I got to be fair to those people that have invested into that. But, I'll answer as much as I can. But like I said, I want to be fair to those people that have gone. I traded with 20 contracts on the micro. It's 15 contracts. TV says max is 15. Yeah, it sounds like you broke a rule. But I don't work for TPT. I just, I just personally use them. But yeah, I don't know. And I've never broken that sort of rule. So I'm not quite sure if your account is done or if they're going to offer you a little bit of I don't know what their policy is on that. But yeah, if you have a 150,000 account and then you went over the position sizing, yeah, I'd say it sounds like there's a possibility that maybe you failed because you broke that rule. But I don't know. Maybe they have a little bit of lenience on the position sizing. INTC. So let's take a look at Intel. Again, if you want to give... Oh, nice. If you want to give a time frame specifically, that is more than fine. Okay, so in all honesty, I would have gotten this one wrong because I would have looked at this. And then I would have done that. And I would have been thinking, we have... to be fair, maybe there's a chance that I'm still a little bit right here. Because this is a rising wedge pattern. And rising wedges are bearish. So if we do this. So let's say before that candle occurred. If I was looking at this, I'd be like, oh yeah, this thing's probably getting ready to pull back. But that candle right there would have smacked me in the face and be like, no, not going to happen. But to be fair, it's not like this is a massive breakout of that area. So I would not be shocked if this thing pulls back here a little bit. Now, when I say pullback, that's not the same as a reversal or a crash. But yeah, I would be very, very nervous right now to think about anything bullish on this one because of this rising wedge pattern. Now, if it wants to pull back, green for support, you know, and it's somewhere right around here, 2150-ish, then okay. I'd feel a lot better. But me personally, anything, you know, remotely close to, you know, going long or being long in this current status with the rising wedge, that would make me nervous. VNRX. Okay, well, right away, this looks like a liquidity trap. So I'm guessing you're not any sort of trader. My assumption would be you're probably in this for more of like oh yeah, this thing's got barely, this thing doesn't barely have any volume on it. So yeah, from a trading standpoint, I'm not a fan of this at all because, I mean, there's just no liquidity. Just for looking at it from a daily standpoint, since I'm assuming you're in, I would say, in my opinion, a very, very important level is right here at, we'll call it 55 cents. And the reason for that is if 55 cents were to break, that means that it is violated where the lowest it's been for multiple months. And from a bullish standpoint, when prices are violating to the downside areas that have not been violated for many months, not exactly something that would inspire confidence. In terms of areas of resistance, purple line there, looking pretty stubborn. Pink line right there. So those would be the two key areas of resistance. How's LUNR looking? LUNR. Okay, so right away on the daily time frame, daily's super interesting in the sense of it pulled right back to that purple line there, 50-day moving average, and got a bounce. But let's drop down to the 30-minute and take a look. So 30-minute, very nice bounce. I mean, from where it was at its lows to where it went right here, good solid bounce. Really just a question of, is there any sort of true power behind this bounce? And that's where I love charts, because we can make measuring that. Assuming we can agree with the premise that price movements with genuine strength are going to show signs of progress, because nothing goes straight up. So what is my quote-unquote sign of progress? My sign of progress would be staying above 18. Because if the price comes down here, does something like that, and then curls back up, what do we have in that situation? Well, we have a set of lows there. We have a low there, and if you envision those as stair steps, you got stair steps working in the upwards direction, which is progress. So like I said, it'd be nice if things could go straight up, but we want to at least see progress. So nice bounce. Is there genuine power? Let's see if it can make progress. Progress being defined as staying above 18. In terms of next key battleground, that purple line here is presenting some problems right there, just flat out rejected here. Price did get above it, but could not maintain above it, and then back down it went. But really, it's more of a question of, do you think a lot more people just drew a basic trend line like that? And if you think a lot more people just drew that basic trend line and aren't really worried about that moving average, then I think that would be the more important level, because the key is figuring out levels that you think most people are watching, because then that's where you can start to get some potential self-fulfilling prophecies. Ben, maybe position sizes and what is the max percentage of your net that you're willing to commit to? That's possible, Ben, but then they made a comment about the prop firm, and I think he clarified he was just wondering if they were going to have some sort of, if he thought he might get violated. Are you trading right now? No, I am doing analyses right now. People are giving me stocks. It could be futures or something like that. I was hoping for a little bit more futures, but that's okay. If I can convert some of you stock people into the world of futures, then I'll consider this mission complete. Because as a hint to people, futures are so much better than stocks, especially if you're new. One simple reasoning: there's no pattern day trading rule within the world of futures. So that is why I hope if I can convince some people to start off and looking into futures, there's just so many benefits. Really so many benefits. I'm swinging. Oh, BA. I did BA early. Oh, wow. What a close. Use the prop firm, yeah. I'm saying this in all seriousness. I think there's a banner, or there should be a banner at the top of the page that says futures prop firm I use and recommend. Is that there? Again, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Again, I'm totally new to this. So there should be something up there that says that. But I don't know if that's true or not. It shows that there is, but maybe I might be missing something. There is something up there? Okay. So yeah, I do use a prop firm. That's if you go to that link, that will give you the discount. 50% off the prices there. Prop firms are definitely something that I would highly recommend. And I would recommend that one because a lot of members of my community use them and recommended them. They have a track record. I've been paid by them, so I know that they do pay. Yes, prop firms can be a shady space. That's why I don't recommend a bunch of them, because I'm not. I'll recommend ones that I know people will get paid with and that have a track record. And the one that I recommend, Take Profit, they do. Never heard you use it before. Yeah, I'm relatively new to prop firms within the past few months. But my community, I've been so stubborn against them for 2 years. But enough people in my community that I trust and that are really good traders are like, just try it. I'm like, okay. And yeah, they're solid. Are chart patterns more reliable with stocks compared to... I would argue... futures are definitely going to be way more reliable. But there are some stocks, to be fair, that are reliable. But some penny stock that's got, $10,000 worth of volume on it every day, no, the chart's kind of reliability dropped way down. But with futures, there's so many people watching them. It goes back to the self-fulfilling prophecies. So for example, and nobody has to trust me on this because you can just go back and watch past videos and see this. But so here's NQ. I did this analysis. Oh, nice. So I did this analysis yesterday or a couple days ago. Anyways, I put that line in place, that resistance line. And then this past session, look at that. Look how that line, how the price just so respected it. And then all of a sudden, price broke below it this hour here, and then the breakout is now officially underway. But there's a lot of examples of, and even this right here, like this red line here. I've had that red line there forever. Rejected. So, I mean... Yes, futures, I would argue futures or charts and futures blend very, very well together, even better than stocks. But if you get a stock like Tesla or Nvidia that's got a ton of volume on it, no, charts are great too. But that's a very good question. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Somebody asked about BA, and then so BA, again, I did this actually earlier. But wow, what a close. Last 30 minutes. So same question, did BA have earnings or something maybe? But anyways, big volume, blasted up through here. So where's the next potential area of resistance? Okay, right up here. So next key battleground now, right up at those highs of 188.50. So 188.50 certainly seems within the realm of possibility here. Support-wise... Yeah, I think so. I'm just debating. Do I think a lot of people have drawn a trend line like this? I think so. That seems like a pretty straightforward trend line. So really basically have a wedge forming here. So you have this resistance. You have this wedge right here. So as the price bounces around, are you going to get a break to the upside for the bears? They're going to be watching that thinking maybe that could be a reversal point. That's why risk management matters. Somebody's going to be right, somebody's going to be wrong. Both of those are, suitable approaches, but, somebody will be right and somebody will be incorrect. I can go for longer, but if nobody else has any questions or requests for analysis, then... Oh, Hood. Robinhood had earnings today? Oh, yeah. Booyah. Yeah. Well, Robinhood, very, very nice move indeed. Coin. Is it possible to say? I'm not asking, but is this one of these things where I could get one of these super chats? Maybe I should start to be $1 for an analysis. But that kind of, I think that defeats the purpose of things. I don't know. I think I sound like such an old person right now. Is this where super chats are? I think so. I think this YouTube Live's where the super chats can come in. Somebody want to send can you even do penny super chats? Actually, don't do a penny because that might cost you money. I don't know if they charge you extra, but pretty sure that. Anyways, coin. Oh, nice. So again, give credit where credit's due. From where coin started at its lows to where it is, that's a great move. Now, you got to be a little skeptical because overall the trend is still down. And to best illustrate this, we have this trend line. Oh, wait a minute. It's doing battle with the trend line right now, I think. Oh, that's rough. So some breakout traders took that break right there just to get rolled back over on. But maybe they're still in if they had their stop loss right there. Maybe there's a chance that they're still weathering the storm. But nonetheless, still a very nice day from where it was at its lows. It has some work to do, namely in regards to that resistance line right there. But if it can reclaim this, if it can get back above that area, especially if it's a higher volume reclaim, no guarantees. And I'm not saying the price shoots straight up to that pink line there. But there is some space. There's not really any other, massive areas that I see that could present problems. But right now, the problem is indeed this trend line right there. From the overarching standpoint. Tomorrow is coin's earnings. Okay. Is it before market or after market? But yeah, that's totally fair. Although, if you were holding things into earnings, you're just gambling. I'm not going to try to, I want to be respectful to people, but I also want to be respectful by just telling you the truth. Like if you're holding, unless you have inside info, if you do not have inside info, then it's a total gamble. Because you could either do very, very well, or you could get, no, stop loss doesn't really do anything for you. Because if your stop loss is here, and then there's a gap down, and the gap down puts the opening price right here, guess where you're selling? It's not going to be right there. It is going to be right there. So a stop loss into earnings does nothing if there's a massive gap down against you. Now, I'm glad you're using a stop loss. That's good. But you're not as protected as what you seem to be thinking that you are protected. Oh, and by the way, if you're enjoying this, please hit that like button. I don't know if I'll ever really do this again. I did one earlier, but I wanted to do some more experimenting, and I got some more things figured out. But if you are enjoying this, please hit that like button, because that's how I'm gauging whether or not this is actually, worth it to come and do. But if it is, then I'll keep doing it. But yeah, hit that like button. That will be a good way to communicate if you're enjoying this or not. Let's see. Coin. Can you explain the difference for futures as far as tick or how the price moves? I can do something I think a little better for you. Let's see. Can I bring that up? Oh, that's what I want to look at. All right, there we go. So if you go to my site, so if you go to blog, so right there, claytrader.com, blog, and then you go over here to futures trading, and then you click right there. Then I offer a totally free 4-part series. So that'll include the question you asked about ticks and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, go there. I guess I can just link it in the chat room too. There you go. So go there. That'll be class 1, and you'll learn all about futures. And futures, are you know, I can't really say anything. They're way better than stocks. No pattern day trading rule. With prop firms, you can put very little of your money at risk. And there's just a lot to like about them. And just to give you an example of like what kind of profit potential. So this is NQ. So NQ went from, let's just map this out. Turn this into a, because I know a lot of people, I don't have a lot of money and I want those volatile situations so I can try. I get it. I get it. So right here, at one point, this was at, we'll call it 826. And then let me add in another one down here to, and this is a 30-minute candle. So 30 minutes went from 826. I'm not a math genius. So 826 down to 514. That was 312 points. So on the NQ, 1 point is worth $20. So let's multiply that by $20. And that's just per contract. So that was right there. If you had, now, of course, I'm kind of assuming you played it perfectly, and if nobody played it perfectly. But my point here is that this movement right here was $6,240 worth of potential with only one contract. So if you had 3 contracts, multiply this number by 3. There we go. That move in 30 minutes was worth potentially $18,000. Again, nobody played it perfectly. My point here is that I don't think people understand. Too many people are like, I don't have a whole lot of money, so I need to hop into like penny stocks or micro caps and all this stuff that's you can get rug pulled. I mean, there's so many, or like altcoins, you know, meme coin, all that sort of stuff. It's like, or you can do like a legitimate market, such as futures. Legitimate, that still has very nice moves that can make you a whole lot of money. Now, you can also get crushed in a hurry. That's why I always preach risk management. And on top of all this, there's no pattern day trading rule. And what do I mean by like not a lot of money? Well, so right here, this is the prop firm that I'm recommending. But you could go and for $75, again, if you use the code, because the code claytrader.com that you see on the screen there will give you the 50% off. But for $75, you would get $25,000 worth of purchasing power. Now, here's the cool part, because it's going to happen. Like everybody is, there we go. And you could have bought 3 contracts of what you just saw right there. Now, everybody's going to do dumb things. So I'm just going to assume you do something stupid and like you take, a $2,000 loss. But here's the cool thing. If you took a $2,000 loss, your account would be gone because the most you're allowed to lose is $1,500. But did you actually lose $2,000? No, you lost the cost of the account, which was $75. So that's why I argue we're all going to do dumb things, especially as beginners. So I would rather have a dumb thing cost you $75 as opposed to $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 of your own money. So that's just one of the things that I want to share with people is that as a brand new trader, like futures, especially with a prop firm, your risk is so much minimized, and they are putting rules upon you that are forcing you to manage risk, which is a good thing. So yeah, if you're sick and tired of the pattern day trading rule, if you want to have things that move very quickly, I would argue faster than even micro. In fact, we just had a member that he's been trading micro caps, and we're like, listen, just try futures. Like, if you're looking for movement, if you're looking for volatility, try futures. Long story short, sign up for a prop firm, and he's like, I can't believe I've been ignoring futures for this long. Like, they make these volatile small cap stocks look like, watching paint dry. Again, you better know how to manage risk, but there are just better ways to approach it, especially if you have a smaller account. What's my favorite day trading stock market movie? Back in high school, my cousin got me Boiler Room, so that was kind of one of the first ones. But what other? Wolf of Wall Street. Everybody's going to say that one. That's too cliche. Yeah, maybe Boiler Room, just because there was kind of the nostalgia of like I had that movie and I had no idea at that point what the stock market even was. What's yours? If I play earnings, it's like a lotto ticket by a cheap option. Right. I mean, but I guess, I mean, if you want any sort of longevity, like that's not going to be a longevity type of way. Like you don't, I know like Reddit and everything's filled with like people that score massive on earnings plays with options, but they all end up giving it back just because the market has a cruel, sick sense of humor. Well, where it loves to give people gains, and then those people get confidence, and then the market's like, good, I got them overconfident, and then they crush dreams. Do you trade options on futures or just straight futures? Just trade straight futures. Oh, and that's the other thing that I don't think a lot of people are aware of. Options, you have this nasty thing known as theta. If you are buying options and you do not know what theta is, that would be a sign that you should probably stop trading options because you don't know what you're doing. But there is this nasty little bugger. If you are buying going long options called theta, not a pleasant thing. Theta does not exist on futures. Hey, Nick's back. Yeah, exactly. There's so many things in future or in options that are going on. Now, I really do like options from a swing trading standpoint. You got the butterflies, iron condors. There's a lot of cool things you can do from a swing trading standpoint. But if you're just trading options straight up, again, you can make money. I'm not saying you can't make money. I'm not saying futures are a holy grail. There is no holy grail. My only argument is it's at least worth a try. It's at least worth a try. And I do not know of many people that have tried futures and then like, nah, I'm going to go back. It's like, oh, wow. Another thing with futures is you like trade the same thing every day. It's not like you have to run scanners to find stocks or anything like that. You just look at the same charts every day and you trade them because every day there are opportunities. Again, I mean, so many opportunities here. Let's look at a 5-minute. So here's a 5-minute chart. I mean, these movements here, I mean, these are thousands of dollars worth of movements right here. Because I mean, 1 point, again, is worth $20. So right here we have from that low up to, let's even say right here, what was that? 644 up to, so that's over a 100-point move from here up to here. Each of these is 5 minutes. So a 100-point move at $20 a pop, I mean, that's $2,000. And that's only one contract. You get 2, 3, 4 contracts. I mean, it adds up in a hurry. Decided to pop back in. What percentage of your trades are based on technical analysis versus fundamentals? 99.9 are based on technical analysis. I don't use fundamentals. Now, I'll use fundamentals to like if a report is coming out, like if the CPI report's coming out, then yeah, I'll use that in the sense of don't be trading because you could get roasted. But no, I don't look at cash flow statements or balance sheets or anything like that. I am a technical trader. Do we really have 200 people here right now? That's bonkers. How long has this thing been going on? We're almost at an hour. I got a little bit more in me. Again, if you find this helpful, if you want me to do more analysis like this, again, and the only reason I'm talking about futures and almost giving a little sales pitch for futures is because nobody's giving me any sort of tickers. So if you have a ticker that you want me to do, hey, Kelly, he's a member from our chemist. Kelly in the chat room is a chemist. He has been on my podcast before. I can confirm. Well, I guess I can't confirm. He could have been lying to me, but I'm pretty sure he is a legitimate. So if you're not familiar, I do offer a podcast too. I have no idea. In fact, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. Have you heard of me of Clay Trader before? So I'm curious. The people that hit no are literally like, no, I literally just discovered you. I'm very curious, like how many people have literally just discovered me because of this live stream. That would be very interesting. Oh, wow. That's crazy to think that there are some new people that have never heard of me before just because of this live stream. Maybe I should have been doing this for... Okay, most people have already heard of me, but still. Anyways, if you are somebody that is brand new, I do offer a podcast. Again, claytrader.com podcast. And I bring that up because Kelly, who just chimed in the chat room, he's been on the podcast before, and he's a chemist. So, yeah. Glad to see I'm doing this. Yeah, it was funny, Kelly. Earlier, I was like, I don't know, let me try this. So I started like doing a few things, and then all of a sudden, I got like 20 people, and then like people start asking me questions. I'm like, okay, this is spinning out of control quicker than what I thought. I thought I was like gonna sneak around and try to like putz around and experiment, and then that one went like 40 minutes, and I was like, oh, I need to figure out some more stuff, and then I figured out a couple more things, and then before I knew it, here we are with, I don't know, is it 280 people here right now? Almost an hour later, and I'm still doing that. So, yeah, it's kind of fun. Bonds just can't cut your... Yeah, bonds are getting destroyed. Ivy Crush just had a... Would love to see a live stream. Would love to see a live stream trade. Yeah, no, I don't think I have any... I have no desire to start to be trading live stream. I get it for those people that do it. That's fine. But I'm not looking for a job. Like, as soon as you start doing all that sort of stuff, I mean, maybe I could come, but like... If anything, I might be doing this like 30 minutes in the morning, do some analysis, and then call it good. But I'm not looking to create a job for myself where I show up and live stream for like 3 hours every morning. To the people that do that, nothing but respect. Like, I am impressed. That's impressive on their part. But I'm not necessarily looking to do anything like that. My goal, my idea, what I'm experimenting with is just doing analysis. Like if people have something that want a quick analysis on, they can drop it. And then, I can do that. Somebody did request something. ZTS. Let's go to the 30-minute. Okay, I'm turning this into a quiz question for people here. I say that there is a key level that definitely should be watched on ZTS. What is that level? Are you a scammer? Yes, I'm a scammer. Again, quiz question, everybody here. Going to turn into a real life quiz question. I think that there's an area here that deserves attention. Can anybody see what that area may be? What would your... Are you a scammer? Yes, yeah. If when you ask a scammer if they're a scammer, they're like, yeah, I'm a scammer. Again, I submit that there is an area here that, in my opinion, and I'm by no means a be-all, end-all, but look at that pink line. Respected a couple times there. Respected right there. Respected right there. So I would say that ZTS, that is an area that I would certainly keep a very close eye on, because that one has quite the track record here of being very strong. And then do we have any self-filling profs? Are we about to get spicy here? Let's see. Am I about to bring the spice? Let's see. Do it. Hit it. Oh, so close. Look at that. Oh, so close to hitting it exactly. Not quite there. So yes, that trend line right there. I think a lot of people have drawn it. So we have that component of self-fulfilling prophecies where if the price were to break through here, you might have breakout traders saying, I'm a breakout trader. Oh, look, that's breaking out. Oh, I'm a breakout trader. I'm supposed to buy things that are breaking out, and that's breaking out. Therefore, I'm going to buy. Yes, you could get that sort of action with a break of that area right there. What is the pink line? Did I not say that? Sorry. I probably should have said that. So thank you for pointing that out. That is the 200 period SMA. Yep. Where is NVIDIA heading? I have no idea. Charts are not a crystal ball. So I have no idea where NVIDIA is heading. And anybody that tells you where NVIDIA is heading is a liar, because nobody knows where NVIDIA is heading. Come on, Nick Tender, wrong guess. That's why, come on, man, you got to sign up. Don't be one of these guys that's like, I'll do it soon. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, oh, my dog ate my keyboard. I got to go buy a new keyboard. I am not going to do CYN because I did it in my top 10 list. So one chance, if you look on my YouTube channel, my normal videos, I do a top 10 at the end of every day. CYN, I already covered on that one. So I give my thoughts on that already. I'd rather keep BHT. I can't. Did I do this one today? On my top? I did not. So BHT, I did do this one yesterday. That's where this trend line is coming from. So at this point, just need to extend that trend line down. That's still totally in play. So it's very interesting moving into what is tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, into Thursday is, will the purple line hold? Is that 200 or is that 50 period moving an average going to hold? It did a beautiful job bouncing this morning and bouncing right there. And now final 30 minutes got a beautiful classic hammer candle. So hammer candle does suggest the bounce could be underway. So if this does bounce and if it does come up to that area, will it break? That'll be the key dynamic. But the first key question is it going to bounce? Very interesting dynamic. If the price does not bounce and it rolls back over, if it breaks down through those lows, I would start to get pretty worried. Because if it breaks through there, especially if it's a high volume break of that low, then I could see it very realistically heading down and retesting that level, if not breaking down through it. I watch you a lot, but in UK, so can't translate what you do to the UK. See right here. So that again, that's another argument for futures. With futures, with the prop firm, so the prop firm that I was just showing, this one right here, they're open to people in the UK. So that's what I really like, is because one of the questions I've always gotten quite a bit is, hey, Clay, I'm in India. Hey, Clay, I'm in Canada. Hey, Clay, I'm in the UK. I'm in Europe somewhere. What's the best broker for the USA markets? And it's like, I don't know. Is there any really good ones? But now with futures, it's like, no, you can just use a prop firm. They'll give you access to the USA futures market, and for all the reasons I've already talked about. So again, check out that link up above. In the UK, you can totally apply. I've watched you a lot, but in the UK, so can't translate what you do to the UK. Well, now you can, because you don't have to trade the UK. In the UK, you can trade markets much more liquid and volatile. All right, any final requests? If not, I'll probably call it good. We're up over an hour. I hope I convince at least one person here to try futures. Just one. I would consider that a successful live stream, because I'm telling you, futures are the way to go. No pattern day trading rule. Open pretty much around the clock. All right, well, I'm not seeing any other requests for things. Nobody else is really saying much. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. So again, if you enjoyed this, if you found it helpful, make sure you hit that like button. That's going to be a big kind of gauge of whether or not I continue to do this. But yeah, we're past 6 o'clock. Granted, I'm in Central Time, so it's not that much of a thing. But yeah, we're having spaghetti for dinner tonight. So I'm looking forward to some spaghetti. So, all right. Well, I appreciate everybody being here again. I don't know. I'm so terrible at this. Should I like advertise something? Yeah. Let me try advertising. So yeah. So claytrader.com is my site. There we go. There we go. So if you want to go check out my site, there we go, claytrader.com. If you want to use the prop firm that I'm using, make sure to go to claytrader.com/take profit, as that will give you the discount that you saw here, give you 50% off. There you go. I think that works. Yeah, that'll give you the 50% off everything. But yeah, consider futures. I guess I can't promise, but I can say with a high degree of confidence, you will enjoy futures way more than stocks. But if you have any questions like that, like I said, reach out to me or just go to the website, claytrader.com. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. And yeah, if I do some more of these, I can't believe we got up over, at one point, it looks like 300 people at once. That's pretty cool. Not too bad. So, all right. Have a good evening, morning, day, afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Take care. Have a good one.